Today I plan to explain about lists in Python. I am releasing lot of videos in Python as well as design and analysis of algorithms as well as in Java programming. Those who are interested, you can watch the previous videos and like and subscribe and share with your friends. So today we are going to see the list topic in Python. So list is a very important topic. Here we are starting with empty list and we are moving with storing values in the list and storing string values, storing integer values, as well as we are using nested list. All these topics we're going to cover in this particular lecture. I plan to make two different lecture for list because it's somewhat vast one, so that I plan to split list video 1 and list video 2 like that, so that you can able to understand the different concepts in list. So let's see this particular first one. We are having list of open square and close square. So this is the creation of list. Whenever you are creating list, you have to give it open square and close square, and then we have to give the list name. So our list name is list, LIST in capital letter I wrote. So that is the list name. So empty list I created, I didn't have any values inside the list, so that when I am printing that, it will just print nothing. So I am executing this particular code and see the output. So here it's displaying empty list. So when you are seeing the variable explorer here, a list is created. The type of that is list, LIST, small letter is the like data type we are giving. No, for whenever you are creating integer, it will give int, int. If you are giving floating point, it will give float. Like that for list, the type is LIST. Okay, and the size is having any. We are not having any value inside the list, as well as we are just having an empty list, so that it's just displaying the open square and close square here. So now we created an empty list and we displayed the list. I hope you understand this first one. Now what we are doing in the second code, what we are doing is we are storing three different values, 10, 20 and 14. So 10, after that you have to give comma, after 20 you have to give comma, and after that you are giving the third value, that is the last value. So after doing all these things, we going to display the list. Okay, so previous list we are having empty list. In this list we are having three different integer values that we are storing in the list and that we are displaying as output. Okay, so the same list only we are updating. My list name is same name only, so in the previous list name only it will be updated. Okay, it will not create any new list because the list name is same only. So in the same list only we are updating the list with 10, 20 and 14. Okay, let's execute this code and see the output for this particular code. So when executing this code, you can able to see the list updated, the list is updated, and we are having the size of the list as 3 and the values are set to be 10, 20 and 14. And you can able to see the output here. So what the output we are getting is the list of numbers. It's displaying the values stored in the list, that is set to be 10, 20 and 14. It's displaying as output. Okay, so now let's move for the third one. In this particular program, I am storing strings as a list members. So here we are storing one string that is named as Surya. The second string is Prakash and third string is YouTube channel. So all the three strings I am segregating with comma, okay, as a delimiter, so that we are having three different list members. Okay, so in this list members, what it will known as mean by, this is list of 0. The first value what we are giving, that is set to be list of 0. Second value what we are giving set to be list of 1, and this the list of 2. So this first position, 0th position, first position and second position. Okay, so I am displaying 0th position and second position. So what I will get Surya as well as I will get YouTube channel. Prakash will be not displayed because that is in the position of 1. Okay, 1 I am not displaying. So I am just displaying the list item according to the position. Okay, so whatever the list you are creating, it will be taken in the position value. So 0th position, first position, second position, like that. Like array we are starting from 0, no, like that list also having positions. Okay, so let's execute this particular code and see the output for this code. So when you are executing this code, as I told, we are getting Surya and YouTube channel because Surya stored in 0th position, YouTube channel stored in second position. Okay, so Prakash will be come in first position, that I am not able to, I am not displaying here as output, so that I am not able to get that as output here. Okay, so here our list is updated now. Our list is updated. Previously our list having integer values as per the previous code. Now it's updated with string values. So 3 different string values we are having, that will be updated in the new list. Okay, now let's move for the next one, that is to be nested list. So what is meant by nested list? Nested list will be list inside another list. So we are writing a list here. This is a list actually that will be inside another list. That is to be nested list. A list will be kept inside another list. That is to be nest. Okay, nested list. Okay, so here we are just creating a list and opening the outer list. Inside the outer list we are writing the inner list. This is to be inner list. So here what is this inner list will having? Inner list having 2 values. One is Surya, another one is Prakash. And then another inner list I am making. So another inner list is YouTube. So we are having 2 inner list inside the outer list. Okay, so we created a nested list now. So I am printing the list here. So this 2 nested list will be created inside the list what I am creating. So this will be updated. So when I am executing this code, what the output we are getting, let's see. So I am executing the code. So we are updated the code so that you can able to see the size of the list is 2 now, because it will take on only the list what you created inside the list. So we created only 2 inner lists, that is the size of the current list now. So we are getting the output out like this. So Surya comma Prakash will be in the first list and YouTube will be in the second list. Okay, so 2 lists are created, 2 inner lists are created, so that we are getting sizes 2. Okay, so this is said to be nested list. I hope you understand nested list and previous point also, that is said to be accessing the list value with use of the index numbers. Okay, now let's move for the next code. This code we can able to store duplicate values in the list. It's possible to store duplicate values inside the list. So we are creating a list with numeric values. So our numeric values are 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, 39, 14, 16, 52. These are the numeric values we are storing in the list. Okay, so when you are storing, you can able to see 5 are repeated 2 times, 10 repeated for 3 times, and remaining value will be unique values. But these duplicate values are able to store in the list. Okay, for that only this is the example. We can able to store duplicate values in the list. I am executing this code. Let's see the output. Our list is updated. We are having totally 9 values. The size of the list is 9 and we are storing the duplicate values in the list. Okay, so I hope you understand this, how to store the duplicate values. So this example represents we can able to store duplicate values in the list. Okay, next to this we are having list with combination of strings and integers. So when we are having arrays are similar data types. So when you are creating array in all the programming language, C programming or C++ programming or Java programming, when you are creating array will be a similar data type thing. Okay, so you can able to store you can able to create an integer array, or you can able to create a character array or floating point array or string array. But list having advantage of storing multiple values. You can able to store integer as well as you can able to store strings. So both are possible in lists. Okay, both are possible in lists. So here what I am doing, I am storing integers as well as string values. So string, integer, string, integer. So we can able to store both combination in the list. After storing this, I am just displaying the list. So my list will be updated. Keep in mind, viewers, I am updating in a single list only. So whatever the list I created initially, in the same list only I am using for all the programs. Okay, if you want, you can name different name you can give for the list, so that you can able to see multiple lists in your output screen and you can able to see the output there. Okay, so here list we are storing with string and integer values. So I am executing this code. Let's see the output for this code. So the output is size is 7 and we are storing integer and strings. so that is stored in the list, and whatever I stored, that we are getting as output here in the console window. Okay, so next to this, what we are doing, we are identifying the length of the list. So I created the list. Now I want to identify the length of the list. Okay, so here for this finding length of the list, I am creating one more list. The list name is list1. So when I am trying to identify the length of this particular list, because the list is empty here, so it will display the length of the list as 0. So let's execute this particular code and see the output. So here you can able to see the length of the list is 0. In the same case, if I am giving, in spite of list 1, I am giving list. What is the size of the list? The size of the list is 7, because we already have the list size. This one is updated. We stored 7 list members in the list. So when we are identifying the list, the length of the list, it will display 7 as output. So let's execute this particular code and see the output. You can able to see 7 it's displaying, because our previous list length is 7. Okay, I hope you understand how to find the length. Len is a predefined method in Python. With use of this predefined method, we can able to identify the length of the list. So length mean by number of list members in the particular list. Okay, next to this, we can able to append a value in the list app. Actually, we can able to we can able to insert the value in the particular list. So initially we are just making the list as empty. So in the empty list, we are just try to store 1, 2 and 4. Okay, so I am creating list 1. So list 1 already there, no? So list 1 I am giving. So in the list 1, I try to store, so let it be list only. So we will just empty the list 1, and we will try to store all the values, all the appended values in the particular list. So I am appending 1, appending 2 and appending 3. So how to append the value mean by how to insert the value. So list dot append. Append is a predefined method. So append of 1. So 1 will be stored in list. Then what it will be? 2 will be stored in list, and third append we are doing 4. So 4 will be stored in the list. So after storing all these things, we are just printing the list. So the appended value will be displayed as output. So the 1, 2, 3 will be the list member. 1, 2, 4 will be the list members, and size of the list is 3. Okay. So let's execute this particular code and see the output. So it's appended actually. List got empty, and we are appending 1, 2 and 4. So the size of the list is 3. So that's what we are getting output here. So we appended 3 values. So you have to understand how to find the length of the list. In the previous thing, we are using len method. The same way to insert the value inside the empty list, or if you are having already list and in that list you want to append some more values, you have to use append method. Okay. Next to that, we are having insert thing. Insert is different from append. Append is used to just put the values in the list. If you are having 5 members already, append, if you are using append, will be stored as a append value. Whatever the value you are giving in the append, that will be stored in the 6th position. Okay, like that it will just enlarge your list. But insert will be used to update the particular position of the list. For example, here in the previous list, what I am having the 0th position, I am having 1. First position I am having 2. Second position I am having 4. So this is the list positions I am having. So what I am doing, I am just inserting in the place of 0th position, I am inserting 12. In the place of second position, I am inserting Surya Prakash J. Okay. So this particular task will be done with use of insert method. Insert method is a predefined method in Python programming. So 0th position I will get 12, and second position I will get 2. So what is my output? In the place of 1 I will get 12. In the place of 2 it will be 2 only, because I am not updating the first position. So second position I am updating. In the place of 4 I will get Surya Prakash J. So this particular execution I will do, and I will show the output. You can able to understand. So I am executing. So it's updated now. So what it's updated actually? So 12 will be replaced in the place of 0th position. So first position it will be 1 only. Second position, it will be updated with Surya Prakash J. Third position and fourth position of the previous value. So previous value we are having 2 and 4, that is moved to third and fourth position. So first position, 0th position will be updated with 12. Second position will be updated with Surya Prakash J. So what there in the second position, that is moved to third position. What there in the third position already, that will move to fourth position. Okay. So like that we will get the output. So insert will use to insert the value in the particular index of the list. So I hope you understand this video, viewers. So next video I will explain the remaining list concepts. I hope you understand. Share, subscribe and like my videos. Happy learning. Thank you very much.